Microsoft just came out with their quarterly report for the fourth quarter of 23, and we can see they have increased their revenue by 8% compared to the same quarter last year. But their operating income has increased 18% compared to the same quarter last year. It is more than the increase on their revenue, which shows that they have been working more efficiently too. The same thing goes for the net income with the increase of 20% and earning per share of 21%. So they have increased everything on their income statement. The biggest growth driver for them, as expected, was their cloud business with 21%, and their productivity and business processes have increased 10%, which includes Office product with 12%, Office consumer product with 3%, LinkedIn 5%, and Dynamics product 19%. These are incredible numbers. Having 50 billion of revenue for 3 months and then be able to increase it double digit, that's impressive. Intelligent Cloud has increased 15% and server product 17%, but the Azure itself has increased 26%. On the other hand, their personal computing segment has decreased 4%, which is expected with the lower economic activities. People are buying less devices, so it was expected these things can go down. This quarter, they have paid back almost 10 billion to the shareholders using share repurchases and dividends. Since this was the fourth quarter of their calendar year, they have reported the yearly revenue too, which is 212 billion, and it has increased 7% compared to the last year. Their operating income increased 6%, and their non-GAAP earning per share has increased 7% also. Here we can see a summary of all their different segments and how much growth they had. Almost all of it is double digit and increased, except 2 segments which we talked about. And here we can see their income statement comparing last year to this year. They have a great gross margin. Just spending 66 billion on the cost of goods sold out of 212 billion is impressive. Their operating income increased 7%, which is very good in these type of economic conditions, and their net income was almost flat, but they have done some share buybacks. That's why they have increased their earning per share. The great thing about their balance sheet is they have 25% of their assets as cash and something like 15% as goodwill and intangible assets. They can almost pay all their liabilities using their current assets, which is really great. So overall, they have a very strong balance sheet with a current ratio of almost 2. The cash from operating activities was 87 billion and their stock-based compensation was 9 billion. So something like 10%, which is really good. They haven't been paying exuberant amount to their employees, and they needed to spend something like a third of their cash from operating on capex, which is very good. So they are left with 60 billion of free cash flow, which they use 22 billion to repurchase the stocks and 20 billion to pay dividends. So their cash position increased by 20 billion. But after this report, they have gone down almost 1%, which is expected. In my opinion, they have released a great report, but with a PE ratio of 38, people expected them to grow even more. You must remember that the stock markets are forward-looking, so they expected more growth. It didn't happen, so the stocks goes down after hours. But we don't care about these type of market movements. Soon they will release their 10K annual report too, and I will go through it and create another video with some highlights from that report. So please like this video and make sure to subscribe to my channel and tap the bell button to get a notification when I post that video. Have a great rest of the day and see you on the next one.